Welcome, welcome to the Black Stallions 2023 Awards podcast with your guest nominee, DeVon Tatum. And me, your host, Sujan. Shall we begin? Well, hello, hello. Welcome to the Black Stallions 2023 Awards podcast. I am your host, Sujan, and I have the wonderful nominee, Mr. DeVon Tatum. All right, Mr. Tatum, are you ready?
I am ready.
Awesome. So
Yes.
Listen, guys and gals, we have an amazing film director here, an artiste. He is going to tell us why he should be the Black Stallion of the Year. So, Mr. DeVon,
How you doing?
on.
Oh, hey, you just have my name right now. You get it wrong. My bad.
Why do you think you should be the Black Stallion of the Year?
That's a good question. I think I should be the Black Stallion of the Year is because of me being a filmmaker slash photographer. I will give you what you want. Now, it may not be exactly like how you want it, but I'm gonna give 98% of what you want because my brand is Daydreams by DeVon. So whatever you're dreaming of, I'm gonna bring it to life.
Mm.
And I just care for the art, more so than anything else. So if you're struggling somewhere and if I can't do it, I know somebody in my team that knows how to do it. So I got you, no matter what.
So tell us a little bit about you. Let's start with this. What's one word that describes you?
Storytelling. As an artist, I take storytelling very important, and even when I'm drawing or writing or acting, storytelling is very important because you got to know the beginning, the middle, and the end, and the backstory of whatever you're doing, and it makes the creativity a lot more easier. So if you're watching me right now, remember storytelling. Figure out the story before you start creating, and you will be surprised of how easy your pathway be to get to the finished product.
Yeah, you say that. The word easy is nowhere close to filmmaking. I know this by experience. Okay. So, it's not easy, guys.
It's not. Yeah, let me say that. Yeah, filming and acting is not easy. You can make it easy for yourself, but it's not easy. But it's fun. Let me say that. It is fun, but it's not easy. It's a lot of work. It's tedious. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, but it's fun when you have the right people.
When you have the right people.
When you have the right, that is important. When you have the right people. They now when you have the right people, I can't say in a way when you have the right people, they make it easy for you.
Absolutely.
So if you're the leader, make sure you have the people you trust. That's another thing. We have the right people and the people you trust.
And dependable.
Oh, 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 oh.
Don't get me started. Don't come
Oh.
late. Don't tell me you can't make it.
Let me sip on that. If you tell me you can't
That's why
make
people get blacklisted, folks. Y'all better recognize y'all get blacklisted because it costs money to run productions. Isn't that right?
it costs money to
Whether it's a free gig for everybody, you doing it in somebody's house, I don't care where it is. People take their time and go. So they're coming. So when you are one of the top characters and you don't show up, you mess up everything.
Right.
Or
and if
even a character.
Right. And if you're doing it for free, treat it as you're getting paid because your time is the paycheck, even though you're not getting real money, but your time is the paycheck,
And not only that, I'm sorry, not only that, honey, because I've been going through this. Not only that, they just really have to be respectful of the project, right?
Oh, that's another key. Dependable and respectful.
Yes.
Oh, that's two big key things. Yes.
What's your pet peeves in filmmaking?
Oh, I got a list. Let me Oh my God.
Keep
You
it
know what?
short. Keep it short. Oh, take a drink. Yep. Take a drink.
Okay, so one thing is if you're new, this is one of my pet peeves, and I dealt with this I don't know how many times. If you're new, right, and you're new to the film world, and you hire somebody like me, I'm not, top tier, one, but I know my way around. So, and you trying to tell me, let me back up. If I give you a suggestion to make your work a little easier, and you say no, and then you come back hours later or days later, like, oh hey DeVon, I was wondering. No, we don't got time for that now. You should have did that 2, 4, 5 days ago when I suggested it. That's a pet peeve. Another pet peeve is if you hire me and you think because you the one that got the money, you think it's all about you. I'm ready to go. Like,
One thing
yes,
about me. One thing about me. I'm sorry you mentioned that, yo. I'm not one to kiss nobody's behind, but let me tell you something. If that's the key person, you better give them some sugar, honey, because they will leave, like you just said,
it's two
guys.
sides. That is so true. It's
Leave.
two sides too. It's two sides to it. Yes, yes. Kiss them a little bit. Kiss them a little bit. But if they over their head thinking they all that in a bag of $2 Cheetos, it's time to go. But it's one thing when you are the key player and you're actually giving out the budget to the production and you're actually respecting your cast and your crew and you're listening, especially if it's your first time and you're listening to suggestions and you're like, okay, cool, I'll think about it, and you come back and tell the matter, then yeah, cool. But if you're like, and then next thing you know, you come back days later, oh hey, can we? No, I
You done messed it up. You only get one shot.
only get one.
Yeah. So I'm seeing that you have wonderful work online. You have showed me a couple of pieces that you've done. I'm very, very impressed.
Thank you, thank
Hardworking brother. We have to recognize you for all the strengths that you have
you.
as a Black man. This is what Black Stallions of the Year is about. Okay. We
Hmm.
want to recognize you for who you are and what you do. And obviously, you go through a lot. So let everyone know what your strengths are. What has made you who you are today?
Let's see. I would say one is me being an artist. That's one strength. Now, I was born pretty much with a pencil in my hand, and then just learning other things in the art world. So one of my strengths is being an artist. Another strength is reliable. I am very reliable. If it makes sense, and I can see what you're talking about, and I know that you're good people, or somebody that I know is good referred you to me, I'm there, and then the third one, uh, I listen. I may know uh, a lot of stuff, but I listen. I'm a student first, master later, because I rather teach because you know something I don't know. So I'm always willing to listen and learn. Hey, that's number four. I'm a learner. I'm a learner.
I love that. Let's tap into that. That you know, student first and the other thing.
And master. Okay, so
Yes, because what people do is they jump into a lot of things and they pretty much kind of think that they the shit. Sorry, from day one. Like, yes, it's
mhm,
good to have confidence, but you also need
right,
to learn how to listen. A good listener is have, someone like you that has good listening skills.
right.
That's a good trait to have, right?
Hmm.
Um, and when you listen, you take in more. You know, um, one thing we all have to do is learn to humble ourselves and pay
Hmm.
attention and just respect each other, especially each other's projects,
Yes.
their artistry.
Hmm.
If you agree to be in a movie, a show, or anything, respect that person's platform.
Right.
Because once you pull out, it messes up the whole thing.
It does.
Yeah.
You know, and that's kind of what happened on my last project. I'm not throwing shade or anything because it's a free project and they got things to do.
Yeah.
But another thing to know about me, if I'm doing my own project or if you hired me to do, to film one of your projects and things like people not showing up because of whatever reason, work or whatever, I'm going to help you figure it out because on my first solo film, Element, that happened. Key players wasn't able to come on that day, but I figured it out. I only had maybe well, I only had a day to do, day to do the shoot because people schedule things like that. Oh yeah, and if you're an indie filmmaker, work around their schedule and make it work. Because you're gonna try to figure out puzzles. So,
Right.
so that's what I did. So um, figuring it out and make it work. Um, there was a question I forgot. I forgot the point I was trying to make.
It's okay. It's late. It's late, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate these gentlemen coming on with me and talking to me, letting you guys know like who they are. It's so important that we not only see them online, but we hear who they are. We feel them. We feel their energy from just talking. Like even now, I'm seeing you so eclectic. You're very eclectic. You're an artist like myself. And you are very passionate about what you do. You know what I'm
I
saying?
am. I love it.
Absolutely. Like when you passionate about something, someone can step on your feet. They are not going to change you. You're going to keep it rolling,
Mm-mm.
keep it
Oh,
moving.
so that was it. Oh, so that's it. Step on it again.
Step on it again. You got that right. So, yeah, I like that. I like that you're a go-getter, talented, and you're achieving a lot. And you know, um, are you self-taught?
90% of it, yes, I'm self-taught. I did go to school for digital media design, um, for graphics art and some camera work. But after I graduated, I got more into acting, and then a friend of mine named Furious, shout out to him, he got me into this thing called Make a Film in 8 hours, my field. Did that, and then once I started going, the head guy named George, shout out to him because he got kind. He's one of the people that got me to where I am today. He will always ask me, "Hey, DeVon, you got your computer? Hey, DeVon, you got your camera?" Because I just went there just for acting. Hey, DeVon, you got it? I'm like, yeah, I got it, I got it. And then I'm like, oh wow, like it's a newfound love.
Mhm.
Oh, I can actually do this, and then like going there about 2 years straight, just learning, soaking it in, meeting new people, and being a student, learning. And I'm like, all right, cool, And then, like I said, meet new people, learning their ways, and they're learning my ways, blending together, and then here we are today.
Absolutely.
So, so that was the point. Being a student first, no matter what you're doing, I don't care if you got 10 years in the game, and you meet somebody that only has 5 years in the game. That person may know something that you don't know. So always, always, always listen and like Sue says, humble yourself, and just take it all in. Every project is a new project, so just take it all in. That's what I do. No matter what I do, I don't care what it is. If I'm acting the character, I'm taking it in to figure it out, and lean on people who may experience what I never experienced, so I can bring that character out more. So.
Bringing that imagination to life.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because I had to on one project that I was cast for. I had to be a father. Don't have any kids, but everybody on set had kids, and they brought it out of me to be that father figure. Lost my voice that day too. It was great.
Oh wow, that was fun.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's one of my favorite. That was a what is it called? Like an elevation or a step up or a level up. There we go. It was a level up in my acting career. Like even though it was an indie project, but it was a level up because one, don't have kids, but they helped me out. So that was a good moment. And then the director, the cinematographer, they were not feeling it. They was like, okay, give me this, and I was giving it to him, but not enough. And then the lady, Raelle, she played the wife. Shout out to her. Uh, I don't know if her and the director had a conversation between takes, but she came in and just let me have it, yelling and screaming in my face. I was giving it back to her and lost my voice that day. But the shot was beautiful.
Was that a part of your character, that you screaming and stuff?
It wasn't written in the script, but I fed off of what she gave me, you
Okay.
know, because in the film, because it's out now, but in the film, my son, my brother gave my son a gun and trying to teach him the game of the streets. And I'm like, no, I don't want my son, and I want him to go to college, play football, yada yada, live a better life than me. And my son want to do what I do. And my wife found the gun in his room, and she was like, "Oh, fix it, blah blah blah, fix it." I was like, "Oh, we going back and forth. All right, cool." And oh, it was intense. I loved it. I loved it.
So what do you do outside of your film industry? We are representing gentlemen with focus and strengths, but we also want to know, outside of your film industry, what do you do for fun? What is it that you bring to the table, to this community, as a Black man?
See, outside of film, let me see, I edit. I edit videos.
Still filming. Just your day to day, like,
Oh, so my day to day, if I'm not, filming or doing any type of arts, I'm on Netflix. I'm I'm I try to stay boring because if I stay boring, I stay safe. You know, I ain't going into no trouble.
mm,
So being boring sometimes is a good thing. People out there think they gotta be in the streets. But if I'm not being boring, then I'm at somebody's networking event
okay.
or I'm helping somebody else, with their project, if it's not editing or brainstorming with them or anything of that nature. So that's just basically what I do. Like if yeah, I just edit or be boring or go to a networking event.
You know what I always say? All the talented people are always working. You never see them. The ones, the BS is always out and about,
Cut it out.
talking.
Oh,
Okay, y'all be working. So,
oh,
and
and we quiet about it too. We quiet about it. They're like, what is DeVon doing? And did he do this interview? Oh, we quiet, but we busy.
and I'm talking to you now, and I'm saying I wonder if he does voiceovers, because you remind me of that Eddie Murphy character.
Like which one? You got another professor? Which character, Dave?
Shoot, anybody in the family, shoot. The voice sounds like one of them. Yeah.
I
So
love the grandma. I wish I could pull off the grandma. I love the grandma.
she was
When it
out.
was at the dinner table and she like, come on, bring it, come on. I was like, oh, please do it. Please do. I want to see her cut somebody today.
So what's your genre in your film industry?
I love drama. That's my favorite genre. A good drama slash thriller, and you mix that with some well, I said thriller, all ebonics thriller. There we go.
Okay.
And I love mixing that in with some fantasy or some sci-fi. Make it make sense, but my go-to die hard is the drama with the thriller. Oh, look, those are my favorites because it slows down and you get to really see um your favorite actor or whoever like really be that character. You can just really just sit there and really just process it. I love it. Yes.
You see how he's behaving? He's just in his film. He live, breathe, and eat it.
That's
Pretty
me.
much.
That is me.
Well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. I mean, I dip into a little producing myself, but I really like to expose talent. I love conversations, but I like to have meaningful conversations. So
Right.
I want to stimulate people's minds when I do any type of film, and I want to basically show some type of extravagance of
Right.
fantasy that some people think of. It's crazy. Like I think what I think, you think what you
Mhm.
think, everybody thinks what they think,
Right.
but when someone tells me they don't care about certain topics that I love, I'm like, really?
I'm like, oh,
Kind of weird, ain't it?
you have the audacity. You clutch my pearls. What?
You don't like that stuff?
Like, how could you not?
How could you not?
Oh,
But I think that's what it is. Because I'm an artist, I think
mhm.
outside the box, and you do too, right?
Right.
So no one will really get that if they're not artsy.
Right.
They won't get that. If they're simple John and Jane, they're not going to get it
Mhm. They,
because
they
they're not going
they
to
they
get
really just
it.
see the finished product and be like, "Ooh, oh,
Right,
versus
right.
going on that marathon with you.
Yeah. So
But you,
if you were to do a film, what films are out here that you would use as a template or a good reference to something that will guide you?
let's see, all of the Mission Impossibles, all of
Okay.
the Bourne Identity, Christopher Nolan's Batman, the one he did with what is his name? Uh, y'all know Christian Bale. But yeah, Christopher Nolan's Batman. I
Mm.
would definitely love to use that as a template. Or Inception that Christopher Nolan did. That was a genius movie.
Mm.
Let's see, who else? What was that one? Uh, it was one I think it's called Hustle that that Adam Sandler did. He was a scout. That was a really good movie. Now the reason why we use that is because of the fact that one, you put together two heavy hitters that you would have thought that would never mesh. Like you put together Queen Latifah, Adam Sandler as a couple. What? Like that is genius. And there's a handful of movies that I would use as a staple, but camera wise, I love the way Born Identity was shot.
Okay.
Camera wise, um, acting. Well, I would say storytelling wise, Inception. The way that was told because it makes you think. It's like it keeps you
Okay.
on the edge of your seat.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that's your niche. I'm gonna call it. That's your
Oh,
niche. Try to do
yeah.
those edgy movies.
Hmm.
Edgy dramas. So that's great. I love that, and I see that you're very passionate. Like I said, you have a mind of your own, but you also showed me that you have some other twists going on in that head of yours.
Oh, it's up in here. Oh, it's up here.
So, what's your next project? What you working on?
So the next project, I'm gonna keep part of it a secret, but the next project is one of my old projects that I did in Mafia, and I'm extending it to a longer version of it. Now, how I'm extending it, I'm gonna keep that a secret because if you follow me, you may have an idea. That's all I'm gonna say. But my next project is Balance, Serenity, Peace. That's gonna be my next film project.
Well,
Mhm.
that sounds good. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much. You are awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Stop it. All right, love.
All right.
You're gonna be amazing.
Thank you.
You are a mess. Oh my God. Yeah. So
I'm already working.
where can people find you online?
They can find me on Instagram, DDBDV. D3. So dog, boy, dog, number 3. On Instagram. The same thing with Facebook. You can find me there. And that you can find mostly on those two. And Instagram, DeVon Tatum, DEVON TATUM. You can find me there. And you also reminded me of one goal, my biggest goal that I want to do. And it's for all of y'all because all the indie filmmakers and even the professionals, I want to have a a place, especially for indie filmmakers, because I know it is super hard because you don't know where to go to shop your stuff. You're looking for work, from acting to filming. Like you, it's hard, and you get one answer here, then you get one answer here, then you don't know which way to go. I want to be that place. You're like, okay, I know I can go to DeVon and I can submit this, and I will actually get a response. Like I want to hold showcases. But this is like when I'm like 60.
Well, I suggest you take your notes and you write every idea down and you execute them. 2023, baby. This is the year you have to move your feet, my brothers and my sisters. I love y'all. Thank you so much for watching. Listen, thank you, DeVon.
It's over?
No, it's not over yet. It's almost over. Almost over. A mess. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some big things for Black Stallions Awards. And I want to congratulate you and wish you all the best in your endeavors.
Thank you.
You're gonna be awesome. Just focus, my brother. Focus, okay? I love you.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
And can we also shout out to Sue Jan? Like, look at her, looking gorgeous, looking elegant.
Oh, stop it.
Yes.
Thank you very much. So, yeah, everyone, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. You hit that bell so that we can be connected every Tuesday at 9 p.m. on YouTube. We are online at Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter at Black Stallions Awards. And you can follow me, Sujan, at Sujan Speaks as well. But basically, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for watching the Black Stallions 2023 Awards podcast. I, again, am your host, Sujan. Thank you so much for watching, and you have a great night. See you next Tuesday. Peace.
Peace.